All right, welcome everyone. My name's Dave. This is Ray. We're both with Skip, and today we're going to be talking about AI, how to use it, use it to help you improve your business, and a whole bunch of other topics here. Um, we'll get started. We'll just get started right now, just to things moving. And right now, the beginning is just going to be the basics, just to get started, and then we'll progress from there. But if you've never used co-founder mode on Skip, it's when you log in, it's right there, and you just click where it says co-founder, and this is co-founder mode. So this is our AI mode that you can use it for just about anything that you'd like on Skip. You can ask it questions on a variety of different topics. It'll answer just about everything. So it's very similar to a lot of the other AIs, except for it's more focused for your business. So let's take a look first at some of the specialists in co-founder, which is right here where it says specialist. And you can apply for grants, you can create a business plan, you can look at funding or financing options, look at grant winners, create a business listing, launch your website, create your AI agent, social media content, boost your listing, buy domains, get website feedback, view grants, daily check-ins. You can find images that you can use on your website or your marketing. You can create tables and charts and create maps. So this is like the cheat sheet where you just click on the button and it does exactly what it says right there. Um, so that's one thing you can do there. Now, other things that we haven't really touched on before on any of these AI chats is you can ask it how to do different things. So I asked this earlier: how do I change images on my Skip website? And we do get that question often, how to make different changes. So right here, it gave me the exact steps. Go to your Skip dashboard, click on website, then hit the edit button. And then from there, you just upload new images or replace current ones. And then it even shows the different sections: header, team, service visuals. So that's what that does. Then I said, find copyright free photos. So here, what it did was it gave me some free website options if I want to get that type of image. Uh, so that is one way you can do it. And then you can actually click here, for example, and it takes me to Unsplash, which is a stock image website. But let's go back here. But if you go to the specialists, I guess we will be using some specialists today. So the specialists, if you click that search for images button, it will see if it'll open it up. Okay, right here. So it's going to show me different images right here, and I can just download these. So if I want any of these, I can use those. Or if, let's say, I want to change it, I want to do let's say two. Whoops. Let's say I want people shaking hands, just as an example, shaking hands. And let's say I want that one. I just clicked on it and I click use this image. And now it saves the image for me, and I'm able to find the image in my documents, which you will find right here. So right here, if I click on this, I've saved that shaking hands image, and I can just right click, save it to my computer, save image as, save it to my computer. Now, earlier today, I was working on a pitch deck, and one of the grants today asked for a pitch deck. And so that's something that you can also do. So let's start a new chat. Uh, I want to create a pitch deck. Let's see what it comes up with here. So it's reviewing my account details, and let's see what suggestions it gives. All right, usually 8 to 12 slides, guidance on structuring your slides. Let's say show sample pitch deck slides. All right, title, service. Okay, how Bean Counters Accounting solves these problems, traction. Okay, let's say show fill in pitch deck template. All right, so you see here it's actually filling in the information. and then my contact info. So then I can take this information and I open it up in PowerPoint or Canva, or whatever you prefer to use for creating PowerPoints. And I guess you'd use PowerPoint, right? But whatever you want to do, I can just take this, copy and paste it in, and then that'll give me a good start to my pitch deck. I can also have it going more in depth. Let's see here. Guide me on pitch visuals. Absolutely. So use my logo for the title slide, put an icon for the problem, and it gives me different ideas of what I want to use. And then I just put in the images that I'd like to use for that. Um, Microsoft Office, which I didn't even realize it in PowerPoint, I pasted in the information into PowerPoint, and then it actually has like a design ideas section, and it made it beautiful. It was unbelievable. But yeah, that's one idea as far as pitch decks. You can use it to do research too. The AI. So let's say I have an accounting business. Who are my competitors? So let's say you're working on your business plan and you want to know who your competitors are. You can ask it and it'll give you some information. So like right here, it's showing all these different competitors. And let's look at it here. So you have the big chains. Let's say, who are my local competitors? All right. So here's giving me examples of different local competitors. And you can use that stuff for your business plan or for anything if you need to know who your competitors are. And then let's say, what can differentiate us from our competitors? We're looking for a competitive advantage. So you can have it give you tips. So some ways to stand out: hyper personalized service, education and financial empowerment, full spectrum support, community presence, local expertise with a human touch, tech forward but personal. So these are different things you can do. So you can use this to get ideas on how to just make your business better and stronger. Um, then we have, let's see here, as far as other ideas, you can use it for, let's say you need to send a newsletter or you want to sell something, right? And you need like sales copy. That's a good idea. I want to start selling a $399 how to become a bookkeeper course. Write me some high converting copy for my sales page, let's say. And of course, you want to give it more information because if you have different modules, different sections to it, of course you're going to add it in here, but it's right here. So right here it starts. Let's look at it. Ready to take control of your future. Launch your profitable bookkeeping career for just $399. Feeling stuck in your 9 to 5? And there's a whole bunch of other stuff in here. So it can even be a copywriter. And let's say right here, write a launch email. So if I want to blast my list, it's going to write out an email for me. So let's see here, the email body. Oh, going too fast for me. Let's scroll up here. Hey there, have you ever thought about making more money or escaping the 9 to 5? Imagine building a business you can run from your kitchen table, one that helps local businesses and gives you financial independence. Wow, I want to sign up for this. And but there's an SMS version. But let's say I want to do a create a Facebook ad based on this. Remember, I want it to convert. So then we'll have it do a Facebook ad. And I'll scroll back up. And right here, so it says, this is like a note, image, a confident, relatable person working on a laptop at home with paperwork and a coffee mug. overlay text, become a bookkeeper, work from anywhere. So for the image, I would just go on one of the stock image sites, or I'd use the image search here on Skip, and then I'd just open it up in an image editor like Canva or something similar, and I'd put this as part of the text, and then here's some copy. Tired of the 9 to 5 grind? Want a flexible way to earn steady income even from home? So this is awesome, and it gives you, there's little icons here and everything, and you can use that right in your ad. And let's see, do we have any questions so far, Ray?
Well, David, we don't have any questions so far in regards to what you're demonstrating here, but we have had lots of love.
All
First
right.
off, I want to go ahead and show this. So we definitely want to hear from everyone that is joining in. Let us know in the comments how you use AI for your business, because we definitely want to hear from you. But we do have lots of love from Robert Moss. He's definitely been on other webinars with us as well. He lets us know, thanks, Skip, for everything you've done. I got my AI bots felt like they were talking to a person, not just a bot. And that's exactly the kinds of features that we want to keep on building here at Skip. So thanks for the love, Robert. Really appreciate it. Fave, another one of our fans here at Skip. She lets us know that AI is good for business tips. So even just conversing back and forth with how to operate day-to-day operations is definitely a big one.
All right. Yeah, so those were some examples, and then just in general, like let's say I want to uh create a phone script. Let's say people call me and I want to sell them a product. Create a phone script for me. I want to sell this on the phone. Actually, let's do for cold calling. For cold calling, since cold calling is tough, harder to do than incoming calls. Absolutely. Let's get you a phone script. Hello, this is Dave from Bean Counters Accounting. Am I catching you with a quick moment? Oh, where do we go? That's what
It's
happens when
still thinking, David.
I know I'm impatient. I just try to bring it back up every time. So if they say yes, continue. If no, then ask when is a better time and schedule a call back. Awesome. I'm reaching out because I work with a lot of folks looking to change careers, start a side hustle, or earn more. And we just launched a course that teaches step by step how to become a bookkeeper. I want to ask, have you ever thought about doing bookkeeping for extra income or even building your own business from home? Well, what's the answer to that? All right. so
You know, you
it's,
you got me off guard, David. You got me off guard.
I
Let's
know.
but
I know.
I did want to ask you, you know, what does it take to do a construction business or even a towing business? Because I look at your account and I just see like a million businesses.
Yeah. Well, ask AI. It'll tell you. So, that's definitely. But you can. So let's say you're not sure of what type of business that you want to have. Maybe you're thinking of new ideas. What are some profitable businesses that I can start with? I don't know. Let's say $1,000, and then you can dive deeper in from there. So online bookkeeping, there you go, or tax prep. That's one. Digital product creator, notary public service, freelance, freelance. Was it freelance services? So copywriting, design, website building, local service businesses, mobile cleaning, lawn care, handyman, print on demand store, social media consulting. Okay, so let's say, so right here it says show step by step launch for notary public businesses. So I'll just press that one. But I could write it out too for any of them. Dog training, yes, I just saw that one. But I figured notary and handyman stuff, those are a little more complicated because you usually have to register in some way with the state. So right here, Research your state's notary requirements. So it knows that I'm in New Jersey. Each state, including New Jersey, has its own process. Check out the website, the state website for eligibility and fees. Submit your NJ notary application, often $25 to $50. So that's complete mandatory training, surety bond. Some states require that. So this gives me step by step what I need to get started in the business. And oh look, generate mini business plan for a notary service. All right, let's click it just to see what it gives. All right.
Oh man, look at all those numbers. Now I'm a
I know.
big fan of numbers, so this is right on
Yeah.
point.
Yeah. So let's see here. Bean Counters Mobile Notary Mini Business Plan. So it's my state fees, the education, all this stuff's in here. So this is like a one pager. And let's say I want, oh, okay, I started the notary business. How can I get customers? I have $400 to my name. All right. So with $400, totally doable. Start with your existing network, create a Google business profile, social media shout outs, local partnerships, Craig, Yelp, local boards, and then use the $100, $200 for ads. So there we go. And we created a Facebook ad earlier. So right here, well, that was for the other business, I guess. But either way, it's it gives you ideas. That's the big thing. If you're not sure what to do next, you can always ask AI, what can I do next?
You know what, David? You bring up a really good point because you can literally just copy and paste this in for the grand question that asks you about money. Your budget is right already laid out right there for you.
Yeah, that is true. That's another shortcut. Yeah, you just ask it questions. So right here, now I know, and then I could ask it. So if you're not sure about your own pricing, how much does a mobile notary normally charge in? I'll put the state of New Jersey. All right, standard fee for notarization is capped at $2.50 per signature. So that's one of those weird things with the business. You can't charge a lot for the seal or the notary part, but you can charge like service fees and things like that. So right here, travel mobile 25 to 50, can go up to 75 to 100 or more for longer distances. Loan signing packages 75 to 150 per package. So right here's an example. So this will give you an idea how to price things too. You don't want to be so overpriced that no one wants to work with you, and then you also don't want to undercut yourself where you're just making a lot less than you should. All right.
Definitely, you
And
definitely bring up a really good point there, right? Making sure that you are charging for what you're worth. And that's a big one for all of us. Because even when we start out, we're thinking, we're undercharging. We really should be charging exactly what we are worth. So doing this research in AI, definitely a big game changer for those of us that want to set up new businesses down the line. Now, I just want to add a few things here, David, really quick. Gerald's Custom Wood Shop. He's letting us know lots of love. You're all really appreciated for sharing this highly valuable information. Thank you, Daryl, so much. We really appreciate you for tuning in as well. And Dragon Cross Property Media, again, another huge shout out that we're awesome. It's great that what we're doing for small businesses. So we really appreciate that as well.
that's it. Excellent. Let's see here. I'm just trying to think of different uses that we normally don't talk about. Um, Content creation, of course. I need to write an article. Write me 1,000-word article on how to pick the best. Let's just say notary instead of mobile notary. Here's a punchy and client-friendly 1,000 word. How to pick the best notary, 7 steps. Then check the notary's credentials, look for experience and specialization, choose the right service, read reviews and testimonials, confirm pricing up front. So all this is a lot of words. So you can copy and paste that, throw it on your website, maybe go on Skip, look at the image search specialist, get your little image for the post, and you post that right up on your blog. And then of course, the best part is the call to action right at the end. Call us and visit our website. So don't visit this website because this is not a real one. But it could be. Yeah, so that's let me just think here. And then you can generate a shorter version for social media. That's actually a good idea. You create a blog post and then you have your social media linking back to the blog post, and then they can view your website too. So you're taking them off social media and onto your website. Add a photo of your notary kit, yourself on the go, or happy client. Nice. And then we always talk about the chatbots too, and the chatbots is the same way that I'm just talking with this thing and just asking it to do different things. You edit your chatbot, the AI agent, the same way that we have on here. So that's another one. It's super easy to customize if you haven't customized yours yet. Now, here's another one that I just thought of. Let's say someone left me a negative review online. So let's just put, I got a review on Google that said David's mobile notary stinks. He was late. I know it was a rough one. He was late and overcharged me. And then I'll put, how do I respond to this in a way that doesn't sound bad, I guess. I'll just see what it says. Okay, so right here. Thank you for your feedback. I sincerely apologize for being late to your appointment and for any confusion about pricing. My goal is to provide prompt and transparent service, and I'm sorry I missed the mark. I appreciate you bringing this to my attention. I'm committed to making improvements. If you'd like to discuss this further, if there's anything I can do to make it right, please contact me directly at this number. Thank you again for your business and your honesty, David. So, I mean, sometimes you get a negative review, so you have to be careful how you respond to it, because there's sometimes I've seen negative reviews where the owner of the business will come back and say, "Oh, you stink too," and it doesn't help you. If you respond in a professional way, then other people will see it and they'll see you're trying to make things right, and that's how you keep attracting more business. Just knowing how to handle negative comments.
Well, on that aspect, David, Dragon's Cross Property Media is asking us, how about tips or ways to get more clients?
Okay, we actually kind of did that at the beginning here, somewhere in here, where I said, this is the budget I have. What can I do? Let me scroll back up to that. Where was it? Oh, right here. So I asked it, how can I get customers? I have $400 to my name. That's what I put in there. And then it's giving me a whole bunch of different options. So it says, well, $400 is doable. And then it's giving me different things. Start with my network, text, email, or call them, get a Google business profile. And this is actually a pretty big tip here. The Google business profile, 100% free to create one. You create it, people can find you. Let's say you don't have a physical address. You can always put yourself in there as a service area business, and they're not going to show your address on your Google business profile. But a lot of people, they start searches on Google. So if they find you there and it's free, then they're very likely to call you or reach out to you. And then, of course, social media is another free way. Local partnerships. And this brings a good point too, right here. It says, because this is a notary service, it shows businesses that we can kind of reciprocate with each other. So real estate agencies, law offices, loan offices, and banks, they're in need of notaries. So those are good places to try to create some type of referral structure there. So and that's for a lot of businesses. Like in, let's say you do roofing, like my roofing business on here, and but you
Mhm.
don't do kitchens and bathrooms. So now you want to talk to the kitchen and bathroom company, and a lot of times they'll throw you a referral fee for referring people over. So there's a lot of good things there. And then when they get someone that needs a roof and they don't do it, they'll refer them back to you. So it's not always money, but sometimes it's just giving leads back and forth. And then there's Craigslist, Yelp, local boards, and going back to that social media thing, the Facebook groups. There's Facebook groups and neighborhood apps. There's Facebook groups, especially if you do local stuff. You can look in your local area, and a lot of them they're buy sell trade groups. You can actually post up your services right on them, and it's free. And then you have, of course, Craigslist and Yelp. Yelp is free. Just keep in mind when you sign up for Yelp, they usually call you very often to try to get you to upgrade. But Yelp is free to create your listing there. And then, of course, paid ads. They got Facebook, Instagram, Google. Pretty much all the major platforms have some type of ad thing. And with this, you can actually target extreme targeting, like by zip code, by city. So those are really good if you're looking for something very targeted. All right, that's that's my ramble for the day.
David, I love to hear you ramble any day of the week. So to me, it's
All
like
right.
music to my ears, right? All right.
Yeah.
Now we're kind of narrowing down here on time. But again, everyone that is tuning in today, please drop in your questions or your comments or suggestions in the YouTube chat. We always want to hear from you. We're always taking suggestions and providing that feedback and recommendations back to the team. Because again, that is the way on how we continue to update and evolve our platform to better serve our small business community.
Definitely, definitely. Yeah. But you're not sure, just check out the specialist, but really ask it any questions you want. A lot of people now are using AI to find things instead of going to Google anymore. So let's say I need a plumber. Whoops. Give me contact info for a local plumber. All right. Here are two quick ways in Roosevelt, New Jersey. That's the zip code that I have in here. So it's Dan's
Ooh.
Plumbing. There's their phone number and there's their website. So I can find it through here. Um, and then it says other places, Google Maps, Yelp, Thumbtack, or Angie's. So these are good resources. So if for your business, Google Maps, that would be your Google business profile. It'll end up on Google Maps if you have a location there. Yelp is good. That's free to sign up for. Thumbtack, that one is if you do handy stuff. That one's basically pay per lead, and Angie is also pay per lead. So those are, if you're into the home service businesses, those are a couple other places that you can advertise on, and you can find service providers. So that's yeah. But all right, I guess anything else? Any other questions there or?
No, David, everything is good to go on my end. We covered everyone as of right now. Again, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in, joining David and myself today. We really appreciate it. As always, if you have additional questions or concerns, feel free to shoot us an email, support@helloskip.com. Because again, we're always eager to hear from our community. With that in mind, enjoy the rest of your week. Stay safe, everyone, and we'll see you tomorrow for our next demonstration with David and myself.
All right, thank you.